Hey guys, how's it going? I'm coming at you while I'm on travel for my day job. But in this video, I want to show you how I put a CA finish on some of my pins. I'm also going to be doing some written instructions over on the Instructable site, and I'd really appreciate it if you could take a look at that from the link below. Until then, let's just go ahead and show you how I do it. So once you have a shape that you like, what you're going to do is take regular sandpaper, and this is 150 all the way up to 600 grit, and sand that down. In between each grit, I'll turn it off and rotate it the other way to try to get any scratch marks out. And once I'm done with that, we'll start with the CA finish. While you're at 150 grit, because it's your most aggressive, you want to go ahead and feel if there are any high spots, and if there are, you can take care of it at this point. I got one right here and one right here that I want to take care of. Here's what I'm talking about, where you want to rotate it backwards to just try to get any of the tool marks out or scratch marks from the sandpaper. At this point, another cool thing you do is take some denatured alcohol, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like once the pen is finished. It'll also clean off any of the dust from the previous grit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the CA finish, and I'll use a thin, medium, and thick. Probably 3 coats of the thin, a couple of the medium, and probably like 4 or 5 of the thick. We'll just kind of see how it goes. This is activator. It'll help it dry faster. I probably won't use that until I get to the thick. But you'll see this will really come to life as the CA gets put on there. So what I did is I took a bag from the pen parts and put it over my finger just to help it not get CA on it. And I take a paper towel, just a few drops of the thin. You can already see it's got a shine to it, and that's just the first coat. I don't use the activator for the thin because it dries so quickly anyway, but once I get to the medium and the thick, I'll probably turn it on there. So that's probably all the thin I'll put on there. I'll give that a second to dry, and then I'll move on to the thick. So a lot of people will go through and go all the way to the thick before they do any other sanding or anything. What I like to do is in between medium and thick, I will go ahead and I'll do micro mesh up to 12,000 grit. I'll put on the thick, and then I'll micro mesh again. Okay, so once again, I'm going to go with the micro mesh, except this time what I'll do is, just like when I was using the sandpaper, in between grits I'll be doing reverse sanding to make sure that all the marks are out of it. And again, I'll be taking the most time with the highest grit to knock down any high spots. That one feels pretty good. Still got a little bit of a high spot here, and I think it's just from the thick. It's a new brand, so I'm still working with it. So that's up to 12,000 grit, and the last step I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of this friction polish and I'm going to put it on here. I know technically it's a lower grit than the micro mesh, but I think it really does help bring a little additional shine to it. Now I do one side at a time just because it's kind of a mess. Really should be slowing down my lathe while I'm putting this on, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll get this off the lathe and get it on the kit, and I'll throw some shots of the finished product up.